Like you said,
Oh yeah,
that'd be good for
like
you.
I said, I travel every weekend.
Wow.
Really?
Yes, I just came from Boston, and
Nice.
Picking up more shoes?
Yeah, more shoes. Miami. I've been in
It's
What'd
awesome.
you get?
So
What
many
shoes did you
states.
pick up in Boston?
85s.
Some more 85s.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's nice.
that's
Very,
awesome.
Yeah.
very nice
That's
shoes.
dope.
Everybody talked about him. I was like Hanson, and they said, "Oh yeah, he's 85 collector."
Oh yeah, yeah. I go everywhere,
That's awesome. Man.
and like today, I'm picking up,
Yeah.
his shoes, and only one pair. I flew all the way from California.
One pair.
The 85 collector community
Yes.
is very small, and when
Very
I posted
small.
that picture, almost all of them connected with me immediately and was like,
Just a
"Are they
handful.
for sale? How much? Are you collecting? Are you a new collector?" I mean, it was like people started hitting you up immediately, and then Ezra from Sunset Sneakers he was in contact with me a lot, and from there, when he found out Hanson was involved, he was like, "Hanson's good people. He's a major collector. He will pay for them. He loves shoes. Like he loves 85s." And he was like, I'm not going to compete with him. So I was like, that's cool. And he was like, if Hanson does change his mind, call me back because I want them. So yeah, we can show you the shoes. Let you talk to Philip if you want to hear a little bit
Yeah,
of
I
the
want to hear a
backstory.
little backstory. Do you mind if I film?
No, absolutely
Yeah?
not. Yeah, there was a shoe store in southeastern Kentucky in the middle of nowhere called Hensley's Shoes. So we probably went in there in, I'm going to say, May of '85, and at that time the shoes were $70, and I just looked at them. And I had a friend of mine that always wore red and white. It was a lot of people thought he was a skier, but that's just the colors he liked. And so our child was born in June, and we always went up there at Christmas. So at Christmas we went up. I think I stopped back in, believe it or not, at Thanksgiving, I don't remember, but at Christmas we went up, and I probably had some Christmas money. And I purchased 2 pair, and because my friend liked to wear colors that much, I bought them for him because I was for sure that he would wear them when he got married with his tuxedo. And what we were going to do, we were both going to wear them. But what I decided to do was, since I was best man, I didn't want to take away from him. And so I just wore the regular tuxedo shoes, and he wore his. Since then, my friend has passed away. But so I happened to go up there, and back to December, when I went up there, they had marked them down to 50% off. And the reason behind that, the only reason he had them to begin with, because most of his store shoes were mountainous shoes, like hiking boots and work boots, because it's coal mine region. And so he had very little athletic. But the thing about the athletic shoes, the real reason he had them is because he had a grandson that wanted a pair. So he ended up buying like 20, 25 pair. And of course in that area, $70 is a lot of money to people, especially back in '85. So I purchased 2 pair, and I kept them. Well, just now get rid of them, but they'd really never been out of the box probably 10 times. My son reached out to me from Chicago, and he had a friend of his was sneakerhead about 10 years ago, and he made a comment that it was worth $2,500, $4,000, something like that, and I offered to him. And I had no idea that they were worth anything to speak of, and we're having a freedom group at church, and I had made a comment to some of the guys that they had some tennis shoes on. I said, man, I got a pair similar to that, and I got to tell them when I had them, and this young man named Carter, which is the minister's son, he just sort of went livid, and I didn't pay much attention to it. He's a young man, but after our meeting, he come up and showed me on the phone they're worth going about 10, 12,000. I sort of giggled, and Blake come up, and Blake's a sneakerhead. And he started orchestrating everything, and he got to ask me, and I basically probably would have gave it to him. I would have probably had given them away because I'm a giver, but Blake made a comment, said, I said, I'd like to buy a truck. He said, I believe we can get you a truck. And so I just laughed about it. So, Blake took it over. I brought him in one day, and when I brought him in, he laughed about it. Because when I brought him in, I had Western boots on. And here a guy brings in a pair of Air Jordan, first make, dead stock, I guess what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have them in a Walmart bag that I just had them wrapped up and hand them to him, and he just couldn't get it. A bunch of kids come up and want to look at them. Blake didn't let anybody touch them because really hadn't been touched. I mean, they'd never been laced up. They've never been out of the box.
Beautiful.
And anyway, so Blake took it over, and then he made, and Blake was just euphoric. I mean, look, I like weapons. So I understand, what people like and what people don't like. I just bought them, looked into them because of my friend. Mm-hmm. And so Blake took over, and he made a post, and I know he had a lot of shares, and this is where it came about with Hanson reaching out to him. So, that's where we're at, and that's where we're here today, and we're, so.
So when did you start opening it? Like in the 2000s?
They probably in the last month is the only time they've been opened up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this
now
last month, taking pictures.
Yeah.
Just take pictures stuff, and Blake has kept in a controlled environment in a case, so that, and then, as a matter of fact, I think he had him at one time there, or he did have it. His dad has a safe. They had him in the safe. So.
Mm-hmm. Original tag.
You're good.
$70 marked down to $35.
Nice.
Looks like sweating bullets.
With the tag on.
Mm-hmm. Hang tag. Both sets of laces. The other shoe is not even laced up.
That's awesome.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah. You mind?
No, go ahead. They still smell new.
I was just gonna do that. I'm smelling this.
Trust me, we've all done it.
True sneakerhead right there.
Man,
It's
1985.
amazing, isn't it? Amazing.
That
Smells
smells
a nice little rush right there.
That's awesome. That is
People are like,
awesome.
why are you smelling shoes?
Jordans. Something I never thought I'd do.
A 38-year-old shoe that smells brand new.
Wow, that is incredible.
Okay.
I hope you guys understand.
No, it's the first thing. Jesse's not really a sneakerhead, but he was like, with the camera, he said, I got to get myself on camera smelling this shoe because this is not what I woke up this morning thinking I was going to be doing.
And then he sees me.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, two Latinos smelling some Air Jordans. Let's go.
Look at the age of this. Aged so beautifully.
Well, and that's what, like,
Look at
not
the
to just take my
reimagined
shoes off, but when you compare, like, they overdid it. Like, they did a really good job.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
But when you look at the leathers, like, look at the cracks on this versus, which this was never seen sunlight, never seen UV rays.
Oh.
It's cool how they shave the leather now to make it more comfortable. Like, look how thick it is up there. It's insane when you see this shoe next to that one and you get to compare it all. It's really cool. Yeah. Stitchings, which, like, you've seen if you've 85.
Oh yes,
but
I did. Yeah.
for us, this was like
not bare.
mind-blowing.
It's a handful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not.
And that's why I said
yeah.
everybody was like, Hanson's a big collector. Everybody knew. Like, as soon as I brought up his name, they were like, oh yeah, he'll get them. That was like my favorite part.
Yeah.
When he brought me the box and I seen the original orange logo, I was like, that is so insane.
That's why when I was standing over there and I mentioned that, I was like, I could see the tags right away.
It's-
I already know. You know, I was like, wow, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. And it's crazy, like you said, because Philip had no idea. Like, if it's not a really nice pair of cowboy boots, he doesn't know what they're
Yeah.
worth. Or guns.
Yeah, guns. Yeah.
But like for him to basically be ready to give them away to a kid at church or to me, it was just, I was blown away. I was like, you have no idea what this is. Like you said, it's the especially in this colorway,
Yes.
the shoe that started it, like started the Jordan movement.
Like I was saying, it's like the flagship. You know, I mean, this is it. This is the whole shebang right here.
The Holy Grail.
Yep. And it's an honor to even come over here and hold it. You know.
Yeah, dude. We're super excited.
Yeah.